while I just start the recording. And we're going to get started. Good to see everyone on. We've got a room full of people here as well, so we're super excited. We're in Sri Lanka. For those who've maybe not gotten up to speed with where we are, we're calling in from Sri Lanka today, so it's afternoon here. And if you guys can see our peeps, everyone smile and say hi. I know I'm talking from one, but let me highlight this for everyone. Here's where we are. So give a wave to everyone. Look at that. What a blessing. It's great to see Sri Lanka is so excited to be a part of Wealth Creation and the Wealth Creation Hour. So guys, if you haven't got your notepads, make sure you get your notepads out. I'm going to give you some tips on, before I pass on to Pastor Rebecca. She's going to be talking about the crypto side of things and the coin side of things. But let me just share my screen and give you a quick rundown on some things I wanted to review. I did say we're going to have 3 people share, but I think we'll do the other 2, and you guys could type this in as well. Just what's one thing you can celebrate? You type into the chat group. What's one thing that you really feel like you didn't hit the mark on? Feel free to type it in the chat group. So guys, I've been showing this screen a few times. I'm going to keep showing it to you that the greatest wealth transfer in history is taking place over the next 20 years. We're talking about $84 trillion in assets. Okay. I don't know if you can even comprehend that amount of money that's transferring over. And the question is, will it come into your hands or not? And that's what we are having this program for. Now, who can remember? It's pretty much sitting there, but who can remember the 4 things you need to do to create $1 million income in 2024? Okay, we said number 1 was you need to have a belief. You need to believe that it is possible to do, right? Well, after belief comes commitment, okay? Because without commitment, belief just sits and there's nothing. So we say like faith without works is dead. We also got to know that you have a team and we work together as a team. Together, everyone achieves more. So work together as a team, and we're working together as a team. And we have family that supports us and reminds us of our purpose for wealth. Yeah. Now, the commitment part is what I want to talk about today and share with you. We can have commitment, but commitment also needs to have, what's this word? Consistency, right? Without consistency, we will die. Our commitment will not remain, and we'll feel like, I don't know if I can continue to do it. Now, anyone who started, I think everyone here can say that they've started some sort of a diet plan or exercise plan or study plan in their life, right? And we commit to it. We believe in it. We commit to it. But what happens if you don't stay consistent? That commitment stops, right? So how do you stay consistent? Well, I want to teach you how sometimes you can Google this stuff with ChatGPT and get some really, really awesome information. So I went and prepared this a little bit earlier for you guys. And I went to ChatGPT and I asked, how do I remain consistent? And there's some really amazing points here that are very simple, but I really asked you to take it down and think about it. Number 1 is what? Set clear goals, okay? So I like what it says at the start. If you're maintaining consistency in any aspect of life can be challenging, but it's definitely achievable with some strategies, okay? So if we said we want to go hard this year to earn and to learn and to create wealth, then we need to stay consistent. We've believed, I think all of us we wouldn't turn up if we didn't believe, right? And we've committed to the process because most of us here have been turning up for the last 4 months as we've started this wealth creation program and have stayed the course, okay? Now, number 1, set clear goals. Define what you want to achieve and why it's important to you. Having clear, specific goals will give you direction and motivation, okay? So set clear goals. And if you've already done that, tick it off and say, well done, okay? If you haven't done it, then write it down somewhere, guys, and start to make a decision and say, hey, I need to be consistent. in my ability to believe for wealth. All right, because if you're not consistent, then guess what takes over? Mediocrity takes over, and what we have done in the past, which hasn't helped, right? Because if our past habits were working, then we wouldn't need to create new habits. Make sense? All right. Number two, what is it? Create a routine. Okay, so establishing a daily or weekly routine can help you stay on track, schedule specific times or tasks related to your goal. So example, every Monday, 7 p.m. Melbourne time, we show up for our wealth creation hour. Sorry, not 7 p.m., 8 p.m. And fortnightly, we sometimes do a 7:30 p.m. when we have another program starting with Santosh. We try and get a bit earlier, but between 7:30 to 8 every Monday, we're showing up here for an hour and we're creating a routine, right? And you guys have been doing that. Well done. And the ones who show up consistently are seeing results. Would everyone agree with that? How many of you are seeing results right now? Put a one in the chat group. We're starting to see some results, not just monitoring results, but saying like, I feel like I'm going ahead. I'm making some headway and including money as well. Well done. Thank you for those who are, yes, it is being recorded, Enrique. I believe it's being recorded. Can everyone see the record button? Did it say it was recording? So it should be recording and I'll send you the information, okay? Well done, Sebastian. I woke up at 5 a.m. Want to wake up early like you so I can get more stuff done. I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning, bro, but that's all right. But well done. I'll be up at 3 tomorrow, I think, for some MetFi training. All right. Number 3, guys, start small. So this is really important because everyone gets excited and they go, I want to go from nothing to making 50,000 tomorrow. It's not going to work that way, okay? Start small. Break down your goal into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes it less overwhelming, easier to stay consistent, okay? For example, you're going to learn about coins today with Pastor Rubika. Now, when I started learning from it, I wanted to achieve what my mentors were teaching me, what I was learning from Validus. I wanted to achieve it straight away, but I had to break it down into consistent, small manageable tasks. And one of my tasks was just to open my wallet. Can you imagine? Like 5 months ago, I didn't know how to open a CoinSpot wallet, all right? And to open it, because Binance is no longer working in Australia, then to be able to transfer money literally took me about 3 to 4 weeks to learn and get it happening. But I stayed consistent. I turned up for the meetings. I learned and I moved on to the next step, all right? Number 4, stay organized. Keep track of your progress. Use tools like calendars, to-do lists, or apps to monitor your efforts and celebrate your successes. That's important, okay? Number 5, find your motivation. Understand why you want to achieve your goal. Remind yourself of the benefits and rewards that come with consistency. Find your motivation, okay? And this will connect with the last one about celebrating as well, because we want to celebrate our wins. Number 6, stay committed. So we talked about commitment moves to consistency. Consistency moves back to staying committed. Commit to your goal, even if it gets tough. Remind yourself of your purpose and stay focused on the bigger picture. Is this helping anyone? Yeah, just nod your heads if it's helping. Put thumbs up or put a 777 in the chat group that says, hey, this is helping me, because we only want to help you with stuff that's going to give you some practical work, okay? Number 7, practice discipline. Very important. Develop self-discipline to stick to your routine even when you don't feel like it. Remember that consistency requires effort and dedication, all right? I went up for an amazing swim and a sunbathing, and I know for those in Melbourne, you'll be like, it's so cold there. For the first time since we got here, I was able to enjoy the Airbnb we were staying in. So a couple of my little young girls said, hey, let's go swim. So we went up there, we got in the swimming pool, but guess what? They went up in the lift and I went up from level 5 to level 15 by stairs, okay? I got to level 8 and I'm going, what am I doing? Practice discipline, all right? Why? Because today is Monday. I should be with my PT trainer and I couldn't do that. And I said, I've got to find another way to keep that up. And I'm not doing it because I hate myself. I'm doing it because I love myself, because I know that this body needs to stay around for as long as it needs and that God needs me here on this earth, right? So practice discipline, self-discipline, stick to your routines. I'm not in the same place where I can stick to my routines. So, and I've been a good boy. Pastor Rubika, have I eaten any sweets since I got to Sri Lanka? That is a first for me. And Malcolm brought me donut. Can you bring the donut box here? I got to show you that. Like this is so shocking that my friend who loves me so much, so he claims, right? And a spotlight is for you. Walks in to say hi to
A
me,
double box of that.
and he brings a double box of this. Right? Can you guys see that? And I'm gonna look at those. Better than Krispy Kreme donut. And guess what? I was able to say no, thank you, but thank you, bro, so much.
We, all the rest of us said thank you. Thank you very much.
Anyone wants donuts? I'll bring it to you. I don't know what condition it'll be in when it gets there. But Amma's just said yes. Amma's gonna be. Look at that. She's already gone. Let me have one. Oh, she's even chasing after it. Look at that. She's running. She's running after it. She doesn't need. I'm not on a diet, bro. I'm on an eating program. No such thing as diet. Diet is die with a T. All right. Awesome. Hey guys, you gotta have fun when you're doing all this. Otherwise, making wealth becomes really stressful. All right. Stay flexible. Be open to adjustments along the way. I just said that, right? Life can be unpredictable, so adapt yourself. Adapt your plans when necessary without losing sight of your goals. Okay. Very important. Stay flexible. We've got 12 of these. Okay. Number 10. Sorry, 9 of these. 10 of these. Number 9, seek support. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support your efforts. Share goals with friends, family, or mentors who can provide guidance and motivation. That's really important. Okay. I love that we're a family that stays together. I love seeing us consistently together. In Sri Lanka, I can only encourage you guys. There's a few of you here. Come together. Even like, sometimes at home, we would have a few people come home to my place and we jump on like this because they get motivated by being together, right? Because sometimes it's hard doing things on your own. Well, guess what? God never created us to do things on our own. He never made us an island. He has provided amazing support around us. Take advantage of the support that you have around you. Number 10, celebrate progress. Guys, this is important. Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Positive reinforcements can help maintain your momentum. So think about something. I call it me time. Enjoy me time. Enjoy something that you would like and give yourself that reward when you've achieved a goal, right? How many of you think you could do that? Because never say, I don't deserve this until I've achieved my full goal, okay? If your goal is to achieve, so guys, can you quickly type in the chat group just to remind each other, how much did you want to make this year? So I've put in that I want to make at least $1 million this year. Okay, and I'm happy if I make 250, but I want to make $1 million. So my focus is that I need to make $1 million this year. What about the others? How much USD do you need to make? And if you guys want to shout it out, I'll pop it in here. How much have you got a thought amount in USD if possible? Margaret, 250,000.
100,000.
Rubika, you can type it in there. 100,000. What about these guys? Don't have their 100,000 USD. So Malcolm saying 100K. I'm thinking of Gertrude right now. Rubika's 100,000. Mercy's 100,000. Awesome. Margaret 250. Anyone else? Luke. Brother Luke is 100K. Brother Luke, come and sit here. Bring your seat here. I'll motivate you next to me. Just that you have to. There's osmosis. Through osmosis, you will gain some things. You doesn't have to get the chair.
Yeah. Trust them.
Go, come this side, this way. That's it. Wonderful. We've got 10K a week, M. So M, what is that for the year? 10K a week will be 520,000. Okay, so 100K for Luke. What was the question, Andy? So the goal, what is the goal? How much did you want to make this year? Produce income this year? Because then it helps us to break it down into smaller goals and to celebrate our progress. Okay. Awesome. So Kim M, one of you said 10K a week, Andy 100,000. Great guys. Okay. So good. I mean, do these feel like they're impossible? Because the beginning of the year, this is what the Lord said, actually create impossible dreams. Why? Because if you don't create an impossible dream, it wouldn't be a miracle, right? If I said I want to make 10K this year, easy. If I say I want to make 50K this year, easy. Even 100K, easy. But if I say I want to make $1 million this year, whoo, that's a bit tough, right? Okay. Sebastian, what's no? I'm not sure what the end. What the?
No, that like it is possible. And stuff. Yeah, you know.
Hey, absolutely. So create a dream, create a plan that feels like this is almost impossible so that you can go for it and know that it will become a miracle, but it'll be also something you celebrate. Now, when it says celebrate progress, guys, it just simply means that you need to be able to give yourself a tap on the back. Like, say, for example, if your goal is 100,000, every time you make 10,000, if you make the first 1,000, like that's brilliant. Give yourself a pat on the back, celebrate. Don't spend all the 1,000 to celebrate, but take a little bit and spend it on yourself and say, I deserve, maybe go buy a pair of new shoes or go for a massage or go and have that chocolate or donuts that you were wanting to have, right? Or go for, like just celebrate each time you make a little bit of an achievement because that will make you feel good. And be around people who are not going to look at you envious or jealous, but who are going to say, hey, well done. I'm excited for you. Guys, is it possible that some of you could make more money than me? And the answer is yes. Now, would I be upset with that? No. I'll be celebrating it. Why? Because Jesus said, the things that I do, you shall do and greater, right? And we want to see the greater. So have big goals. Have goals that seem like tremendously impossible. And then like I get motivated just speaking with you guys here that 1 million is possible. And eventually 1 million a month is possible because we have so many projects that we want to do that is so exciting. So just to recap before I pass it on to our amazing, amazing leader, set clear goals, create a routine, start small, stay organized, find your motivation, stay committed, practice discipline, stay flexible, seek support, and celebrate progress. And this is all about being consistent. Okay, so like we said, if we believe, we commit, we have a team, we have a family, but we need to now be consistent. Okay, if we're consistent, we'll see amazing things happen. All right, awesome. Now, guys, we have a very special training today that we're meant to have last week, but unfortunately, as we said, Rubika had a very unfortunate situation that happened to do with the death in a family and had to be there. But she's here with me in Sri Lanka, and we are super excited because I've just seen her been preparing today to give you guys some amazing training in the crypto world, to explain why she got in, why P61 got in, why this is such an important thing, guys, just to get you not just motivated, but to have a belief that will keep you committed and then start having a consistency with it. Okay, because remember, we don't want to motivate you. We'd rather work with the motivated. Okay, and you guys are all motivated. So type an amen if you're motivated today. And I'm going to pass it over to our amazing leader, Pastor Rubika. Go for it.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Can you guys hear Rubika well?
Can you hear me? Yep. Awesome. Okay. So, how many of you are excited to know a little bit more about crypto? Could you put a 1 in the chat box or raise your hand, whichever is great. Awesome. Okay, wonderful. So, for those of you who know me, you know that I run a cake business and it was becoming very full-time. And basically I work in my business. So if I'm not working in it, it doesn't run. I'm trying to change that at the moment. And thank God, just this weekend, my classes were able to run without me. I had another teacher organize. We organized all the students for it. Everything was prepared before I left for Sri Lanka. And the class went ahead and it was awesome. So that's a win-win for me. One of the goals that I was working towards, I love the projects that we do through Project 61. I love being able to book a ticket and be able to travel the way I have been able to the last year and a bit. And much of that has been because of stepping into passive income. So one of the things that I've learned is that it's best not to put all your eggs in one basket. It's great to look into the different opportunities that are available. So I've been looking into quite a few different ones. Crypto has been one of those that's just grabbed me. And what I like about it is, remember, can anyone tell me what's the difference between being poor, rich, and wealthy? Would you like to unmute and tell me if you remember?
The rich control money, the poor chase after money, and the slave beg for money.
Yes, so the rich, the poor, and the wealthy. So you're right, the poor run after money. Go on, say the other
Beg-
two
beg for
again.
money.
The rich,
Poor beg for money.
sorry, the poor beg for money, the rich,
Chase after money,
and the wealthy.
control money,
That's right. So which one does everyone want to do?
control the money.
Control money. We want to be wealthy, right? So what is it about controlling money is that we need to have the power enough in our hands to choose what we want to do with our money. All right. So one of the things that the CryptoCoins has done for me, and I think it's something that even for P61, it's been something that we can look into to make income, to be able to carry out some projects that we are involved in. It is an awesome place to be in, but we need to be able to understand crypto and to learn about it. So it's more than just about making the money and controlling the money. We need to actually learn. We need to have some kind of understanding of it before we can step into it. Okay, and I see a few of you nodding because I think you've realized that the more you learn about it, the better it is. It's not just about putting money somewhere and getting results from it, but it's actually, if you're going to control the money, you need to know how to do it. All right, and it is quite fun actually once you get into it. I think a few of you say, it can be quite addictive too, because you want to keep checking your wallet to see how it's going today, and whether it's gone up or it's gone down, or how many of you do that, like I do, checking your wallets. Awesome. Okay, so how many of you here have CoinGecko downloaded on your device? Okay, I'm just saying a few only. All right. Let me know if you don't have CoinGecko. Can you put it in the chat group? Say no if you don't have CoinGecko downloaded on your iPad or phone or laptop. Okay, anybody else? All right. If you don't have it, I would suggest going in and downloading CoinGecko. Could someone type in what that is, please? Thank you, Ruben. So CoinGecko is known as the Bible of the crypto world, or the dictionary of the English world, because it's where you go to reference the coins, where you go to find out more information on the different coins, okay? Now, while some of you are doing that, can I ask the rest of you, how many of you have already started to look into crypto coins? Yep. Okay, if you've got your cameras on, then put your hand up. That's awesome. If you haven't got your camera on, can you please put in the chat group yes or no if you've got into some kind of crypto coins, if you started to look at it, if you started to download it, if you started to buy coins. Yes, Emmanuel, yep.
You've done what?
You've done some coins, yep.
Shami still learning.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Anybody else? So has everyone here had a go at crypto coins, or are there some who haven't? So please put no if you haven't. The reason I'm asking is I want to be able to show you from the beginning if you haven't, but if you have, then I can go a little bit quicker. All right. Thanks, Teresa. Anybody else who hasn't? Ross? No? Yes? No. Okay. Shami? No? Yep. Okay. Anybody else who hasn't really looked at? Yes, Enrique, just started with a little bit. Anybody else who hasn't done anything with crypto coins? Okay. All right. So I'm assuming that all the others have, but I'm not going to leave behind anybody who hasn't. Okay. So I am going to show you that one of the first things we need to do is download CoinGecko, because that's one of the, it sort of has all the coins in it. It has the rates, it has a lot of information even about each coin. So you're eventually going to be referring back to that. Now, does everyone here have CoinSpot? Yes? Okay, who hasn't? If you haven't, can you put no in the chat group? If you haven't got CoinSpot. Okay, Mercy. Mercy, is it because you can't get CoinSpot there, or you can unmute and answer me, Mercy? Can you get
Relatively, we tried the GP wallet. I don't know. I haven't tried about CoinSpot yet.
Okay, that's fine. That's all right. There are other ways.
In Myanmar doesn't work.
All right.
Binance is probably the
All right. So Binance, apparently Binance might be better for you than CoinSpot. All right. So Teresa, one of the things that you could do, and if you can download it now while we're talking, you can download CoinSpot and CoinGecko. But if you're unable to do it right now, it's okay. We will go through it. You just give me a call or Ruben, and we will go through it with you so that we can help you out there. Just Jimmy there as well.
Papa looks distracted.
Papa, look.
Hey,
You can say hi.
hello. I'm looking at the
No, not so serious.
You can do both.
Okay, yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Papa Luke.
It's me.
Yeah.
Hey, Rumi, what you doing over there?
It's rather hard not to notice you, Papa Luke.
Yeah.
Amen.
Hey,
That's-
Dr. What's Dr. Long, how are you? The man in the galaxy. I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you, bro.
the man.
I'm in the Crab Nebula.
Okay, so if you haven't downloaded it, it's okay, but it's just a start. So those who have CoinGecko, I'm just going to show you, and even for those who don't, I just want to show you what CoinGecko, you need to give me those codes, please, sharing. I'm just going to show you what the CoinGecko looks like.
Rubika, you download CoinGecko from Play Store, is it?
Sorry,
You download the CoinGecko from what? Play Store, is it?
from the, do you have a smartphone?
Yeah.
Then just from the App Store.
Okay.
Just a question, Rebecca. Is it safe with a 7S to iPhone 7S to download?
Yes, I have to ask the technician. The technical man, the techno man says yes.
How about the CoinSpot? Oh, Aromi's saying I've got CoinGecko. The CoinSpot one, is that safe to download on a 7S?
Well, you can. One of the things, though, that we've been told is that it is safer to download wallets in your laptop.
It's not download, but use
Not
it from your browser.
Okay, sorry, use it from your browser. Don't download it onto your devices, but use it through your browser. That way, it's less there's less possibility of it being.
Well, I don't have all that stuff, but can Haromi do it for
So
me?
let me just interrupt and say, this is more a case for if you have tens of thousands of dollars that you're playing with, then you don't open your wallets on your phone. It's better to do it on your laptop or computer. Now, if anyone here is less than $10,000, like you're marking around at about $1,000, $3,000, $500, then it's fine to use your phone. But what Pastor Rubik is showing you today is that CoinGecko is a better way to check your coins going up and down than opening your wallet all the time. Because every time we open our wallets on our phones, it's more susceptible to security. It doesn't mean that you can't download it on your phone. Okay, because we are travelers, we're moving around, it's more flexible to do it on a mobile. However, you're getting serious. So if you're a serious cryptocurrency expert, becoming an expert, you're serious on trading, buying, then on the laptop is much better.
Okay, thanks.
I am told that the iPhone apparently, or anything to do with iPhones or iPads, less likely that anyone can get into them anyway.
Less likely, is that right?
Yes.
Less
Okay.
likely, yep.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sandy.
That's another reason why iPhone is better, isn't it?
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
Right, Ruben?
100%.
Absolutely.
For you.
I'm telling you, but someone wants to believe that iPhone is the deal.
That's it.
Google Pixel.
Maybe, Ross, it's time to upscale a bit from a 7.
Yeah, we're
That's a
thinking about
long way behind that one.
it.
Even I
Okay.
know that.
Yeah. That'll be the
Okay.
plan.
And I think, guys, the gist of all of this is, how serious are you? So if you're on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe put in the chat group, like where you feel you're at in the level of seriousness of making money from crypto coins, right? So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, I'm absolutely serious, like all the way wanting to make money this year, substantial amount of money. We got to, and 1 is like, yeah, just kind of dipping my toes in. So just look at, so if you
No, not me.
really keen, okay. So the next question is then, start playing with less than $10,000. Then I would say, and again, this is not financial advice, but this is just what we've been understanding with our training and with our thoughts as a group, as 361, is less than $10,000. You're not serious coin players, right? You're serious about playing. You're at number 10, but you're not putting in. 10,000 is not. If you're putting in 10,000 more, 5,000, 10,000 more, then you'll be wanting to be on the laptop and making sure security is really hunky dory. Okay, make sense?
Yeah. That's 10,000 USD, Ruben?
Yeah.
Yes.
10,000 USD. Everything is talked about in USD. But again, some of you might say 5,000 is a lot of money and I can't afford to lose 5,000. Okay, then 5,000 is where you get onto a laptop. But we're talking about $1 trillion industry, and you've just put in here that there's good money to be made this year. So we want to go serious as we get to know stuff. Because if we don't know stuff and we try to go serious, you will lose money. Okay? So only put in what you're willing to lose and sleep well at night on. Because remember, the crypto market is very volatile. But I was going to say, no, I shouldn't say that. Should I say it's like a woman? Am I allowed these days?
You know.
It's thrown out of the balcony into the beach now. So it's but I was going to say, if you study her well, you know exactly when her moons are going to be up and down, and you can make money up and down. All right, I'm checking out now. I just see myself out the door. I'll go get a donut now.
Is Amma here?
Yeah.
Running.
He's out the door. He's gonna start running now. All right, I'm going to start sharing my screen, and hopefully this you will be able to see. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, if you can see it there, then we can see
Okay.
it.
All right, because I'm always.
Watch this, huh?
All right, this is CoinGecko.
So there you want to be. This is
And CoinGecko is the one that has that little, is it a frog? I think it's a frog.
It's a gecko.
A gecko. It looks like something. It's a gecko right at the top. Can you see the sign?
Yep.
All right. Now, can you see all those under cryptocurrency? So on the left-hand side, see right across the top, there are lots of different categories. There's cryptocurrency, NFT categories, exchanges. All right. So I can go to NFT. I can go to categories. I can go to exchanges. There's different ones. So exchanges are all the different wallets or exchanges that we can use, like Binance, Bybit, lots of different ones. KuCoin. So two of the most common ones that I use at the moment are CoinSpot and KuCoin. And I found that very helpful. But some coins are not available on those exchanges. So you would need to go to others, all right? But that's further down the line. Start with this, download CoinGecko, and you can have a look there and see as you keep coming down, Bitcoin is right at the top because Bitcoin is #1 in the ranks, all right? When Bitcoin moves, everything else moves. As Ruben was sharing yesterday, Bitcoin is like the equivalent of gold, all right, in the crypto world. So Bitcoin is really important in the big picture of all of this. And Ethereum, the second one, the one just underneath, ETH, stands for Ethereum, and that is like the oil of the world. That's also very important.
Sure.
Then we have all the other coins underneath in order of their rank. So you can see a number by the side, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the order of the rank, as in how much is available. Can you see the amounts on the right-hand side? Their dollar values on the right-hand side, and that's USD dollar values on the extreme right. Okay, so if you have a look at that, you'll see why the ranking is as it is. Okay, so these CoinGecko basically has all the different coins, and if you are told about a certain coin, you can go into the search bar and you can put it in. So for example, there's a coin called Polygon. So I can type it in there. And can you see the Matic Polygon? So it's got the two names. So you just have a look and see, and then you can press on that. And then you get all the details about Polygon. So that's the current price of Polygon. It's 93 cents. Okay, this is working off US dollars, right? So it's currently 93 cents. Then you've got a graph. There's a 1 hour graph. When it loads. Okay, my phone is. Okay, let's try the 3 month. Okay, maybe the 1 hour hasn't loaded up yet, but see if I go to 3 months, that shows how it's been going up and down over the last 3 months. Okay, you can see it's been on a downward trend and it's starting to rise, but we need to see more to see where it's going. Okay.
Swipe your video at the bottom. Right.
Okay. This is the 1 month chart. Okay. That's the 7-day chart. So in 7 days, you can see where it's been going. All right. And that just gives you an idea of how it's been going up and down. Now, remember, this is a journey. You can't learn this overnight. And this is what I'm showing you today, is showing you how to go in and start looking at these coins. And as we keep going down through the months, we'll be learning more about the coins and how to buy them. Some of you have already gone and started buying coin. Some of you have learned how to sell the coin, because one of the things that's important to note is that it's not just buying the coin. Buying the coin is easy, but it's knowing when to sell it. And we call that booking up profit. Because say your coins made 30%, and say you put in $100, and now it's gone up to the $130. Now, if you leave that $130 in there, can you see the graph, how it's going up and down? So within a day, even overnight, it can drop, and you lose that $30 that you had bought. So as you go along, you learn at what point to book your profit so that you don't lose the profit that you've earned. All right, that's just as important as you buying the coin. Okay, because you can make lots of profit, and there are people who've made thousands of dollars, and then overnight it's gone less than the capital they put in there, because that's how volatile the market is. Okay, and that's why education in this area is very important.
Can I just ask a question, Pastor Rebecca? If
Yes,
you if you did go to sleep and all that and it went down and you've lost, like maybe in a couple of days when you check it again, it's gone back up. Would that be right? So you
Yeah.
haven't.
Yes,
Depends.
but then it depends. Sometimes it'll go up as quickly as it came down, but it may not go up to the point that it was up before. Does that
Okay.
make sense? So it could have gone up 20% and then it came down 30%, but then only went up another 10%.
So that's why people need to stay consistently together. So we do homework together. And then those who are in Santosh's class, you got your expert. This is just helping you guys on the basics to get you up to speed. But that's why it's important that we are consistently knowing what the markets are doing. Right now, we know we're getting ready for a bull run. Everyone know what a bull run is? If you don't, tell us, because that's where we get to learn in the wealth creation, right? You guys all know what a bull run is?
It's when everything.
Jerry, what a bull run is? So, nope, that's not what a bull run is.
Well, why the perspective?
Wider perspective, nope, no, that's when coins explode.
You throw a dart on the board, 10 darts, 8 of them will go up.
Say that again, sorry, Dr. Long.
You throw 10 darts on the board, and 8 of them will go up.
But okay, yes, you could do it that way too. But what we're saying now with the bull run is when bull run is basically, guys, we have a bear market and a bull market, okay? A bear market is when everything starts to fall and continues to fall. And you look at the charts and over 3 months, 6 months, a year, everything is just trending down. It'll go up, it'll go a little bit up, then fall, big fall, then go up a little bit, then big fall. So it's literally a red line and the candlesticks are just trending downwards, means we're going into a bear market. The last few years we've been in a bear market, which is why nobody was interested in Bitcoin and crypto. And if you talked about it, then nobody wanted to talk about it because people had lost a lot of money in the crypto market. Okay, maybe some of you did as well, don't know. Now, a bull run is when the opposite happens. It starts to trend up and it continues to trend up, even though it has little ups and downs, it'll continue to trend up. And then suddenly, at some point, there'll be this greed that sits in, everyone will be buying and the price will shoot up. Okay, so example, Bitcoin, this time last year was under 30,000 USD. It has more than doubled in price, which means it's getting ready for this big bull run, okay? And the altcoins around it, which is what we talk about, is your Bitcoin. As I was saying yesterday to those in our wealth creation program in Sri Lanka, I said, Bitcoin at max is going to go up 2 to 3 times, okay? But the altcoins around it, because of Bitcoin going up, can go up 50 times, 30 times, 100 times, okay? So so by studying the Bitcoin trend, we get to also work out some of the altcoins. And then, Ross, in answer to your question, it's important to realize that if we're going to be serious on trading, then we know the information. So sometimes it might be said, hey, put this money in here. It's going to go up over the next 3 months. Even if it goes down, don't worry at much, but you can go up again, okay? So it's trending up and down and going up. Make sense? Now, if it's like a very volatile and you're like just trying to jump in, make like 20, 30% and jump out, then you need to have your hand on the buzzer because literally within 24 hours, you make the money. Could be 2 days, could be 3 days, and you're out. But there's research around that. It's not just like picking any coin and jumping in. So one of the things that Pastor Rubika is teaching us today is using CoinGecko to monitor where the coins are, how the coins are trending, what's taking place, and just knowing this app, which is very good, and knowing this application both on your computer or on your mobile device. But secondly, the next step would be that you don't just go and put money in anywhere and everywhere. It's learning about you. So we talked about the wallets. Then next thing is, okay, what do I do with this? But today's more case of how do I understand what sort of device do I use? What sort of tools do I use? And CoinGecko is a very powerful tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. And that's really important. Just make sure that you're not just going and dumping money in. And if you see a coin going down, that still doesn't mean that you can go and put lots of money into that because unless you have analyzed that coin, you don't really know how much it's going to go up and when it's going to go up. So right now, the market is very unpredictable. And that's because on the 19th of April, we are going to have the Bitcoin halving. All right. And so just before or just after Bitcoin halving, there is going to be a surge of prices. So the coins might go to their all-time high of 2020. All right. And then if they do go to that all-time high of 2024, it's a great time to sell because you've got to that point. And after it goes to the all-time high, where do you think it's going to go? Down. It's going to go down, right? So you don't want to have made all this money and then lose it because you haven't booked profit.
Correct.
All right. So these things are really important to know because otherwise we can be just saying, oh, the coins come down. Bitcoin's now, instead of being 72, oh boy, it's at 50 or something like that. And then want to buy. Now, Bitcoin, by the way, is one of the most secure coins, all right? So that's a good point to buy and buy because it's going to go up in the bull run. And so is Ethereum coin. Now, this is not financial advice. It's just what we have been learning, all right? You've got to make your own choices. You've got to make your own decisions. And remember, whatever money you put into coins, crypto coins, or anywhere else, in the financial world, in the crypto world, it has to be what you can sleep at night with if things don't go the way you expect. All right? And that is very important because sometimes we can get really, really overzealous about something and we can just jump in and put all our money in there and that's not a good thing. All right? So just be very wise and be careful that you're not directed by emotions, but you're directed by knowledge, by understanding and knowledge. That is so important in the crypto world. The reason why a lot of people who've gone into coins, crypto, are so disappointed by it and say, oh, if it's crypto, I'm staying away from it. It's a scam, this, that, and all the rest is because they haven't had the education around it. And so they've just jumped in and not known when to jump out. Or they've put too much money in and because they haven't booked profit, when it's come down, they've lost more than the profit, the capital as well. Okay, so it is important to have education. What we're doing in the Wealth Creation Hour is teaching you how to be responsible with the money that you put into crypto or any other platform. Know what you're getting into and know how to deal with it before you get into it, okay? And while you're doing it, that's why it's important to also be part of a family like this, because we're helping each other. We're there for each other, and we're there to do this together, all right? So can you see at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it on the screen. Oh, yes, there's watch list there. Can you see the categories on the bottom? It says market, watch list, search, explore, and more. If you go to this watch list, you can make up portfolios of the different coins that you might have bought. So for example, in my DCA portfolio, and I'm going to explain what DCA is. In my DCA portfolio, I have got Bitcoin, Ethereum, SUI, DAO, and ETO, okay? Now, I can put an alert, say for Bitcoin. If I want to know when Bitcoin's, all right, let me go back. Can you see how I've gone into Bitcoin here? And on the right-hand side, there's a bell. Can you see the bell up the right-hand side?
Yep.
All right, so if you press on the bell, that says add price alert. So to answer your question, Ross, I could be saying that I want to sell, and this is Bitcoin. I'm just taking it as an example, but say I want to sell, right now the Bitcoin is 72,238, but I want to sell it when it's 20% up from this amount. So then can you see there's a target price there? I can press on the 20%, and that will give me 86,685. So when Bitcoin gets to 86,685, I want to know, because at that point, I want to decide whether I'm going to sell or not. Okay, so one of the one of the things that our mentors have been teaching us is that usually 20 to 30%, and sometimes even up to 50% profit is great. Get out after that. Okay, so 20 to 30, and in some cases up to 50% is great, but 20 to 30 is a really a safer area to get out. So once I've made 20% profit on whatever I'm putting there, I want to get out. All right. So if instead of that, let's just say I went into my alerts and I decided that when it comes to 75,000, I want to sell. Then I type in 75,000 there. And then can you see it says alert mode? Either I want to be alerted once or recurring. That means every time it reaches 75,000, I want to know about it. So then I can put recurring there and I can put save. And then it will say target price 75,000. I say yes, save. And that means that every time the price of Bitcoin comes to 75,000 on here in the market, it will alert me. All right, so that's a good way. If you bought coin at a certain price and you decide that you only want to make the 20% profit, and as soon as it's hit the 20%, you want to sell it. Now, there's also wallets like KuCoin, for example, which I will show you probably the next time we get on. I will show you how to go into KuCoin and set a limit. So that's like a sell limit. You buy a coin and then you decide, so I'll just stop sharing. All right, so you go into KuCoin, that's a wallet. You buy your coin in KuCoin. And then once, so you say I bought my coin for 50 cents. All right, and then I want to sell it when it gets to $1. So then I would put sell limit on there, which will at $1, even if it happens in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping, it will sell for me either the whole amount or whatever percentage I've put into KuCoin as my sell limit. Does that make sense? It will make more sense as we're going along. But if I give you everything right now, it will be too much and too overwhelming, okay? So if some of you are up to that point, look, you can always get in touch with us one-on-one, and then we can help you with that. But the main thing is that you understand why you're doing what you're doing, and that's really important. Dr. Long, you have a question.
I just saw your CoinGecko. When you say set alert, what happens when there's alert? Does your phone buzz, or it makes a sound, or how do you get alerted?
Okay, it's usually it's a text, or sometimes it's most of the time it's a text, isn't it? And sometimes it beeps.
If you turn up your volume, it will beep. Otherwise, it will vibrate, and you'll just have a notification on your front screen. Depends on your settings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually through the day, I'm getting lots of alerts as to Bitcoin having reached this amount, Ethereum having reached this amount, different coins having a certain amount. But if you set an alert, it'll either say that.
I just got that from, saying that Ethereum on my portfolio has risen 5%. So those alerts does come.
Yes.
Every now and then, yeah.
Yeah. And that, yes, and that saves you from having to sit in front of your computer all day. And remember, we don't want to open our wallets as often. We want to be able to monitor it in another way. And that's why CoinGecko is really, really, really useful. I was into, Margaret and Sandy and I were talking about how we sort of want to get up and check out our wallets to see how we're going in it. And I was doing that 4 or 5 times a day. And I've stopped doing that now, but instead I go to CoinGecko and I've put alerts and I've learned how to do buy limits and sell limits and things like that, so that when I'm told that a coin is at a good spot when it comes to a particular point, and these are things that we're learning, and as we learn it, we'll be sharing some of these things with you as well. And once again, not financial advice, but it just gives you an opportunity to be able to take advantage of some of these things. But when then you learn how to monitor it without actually going into your wallets all the time, because you want to make sure that you're not making your wallet vulnerable. Okay. The other thing I was going to talk to you about is DCA very quickly. DCA is dollar cost average. So dollar cost average is just that, as you know, coins go up and down, similar to the stock market. All right. And if I was, say the coin, okay, let's take Bitcoin because it's just something that everybody knows. All right. So say Bitcoin came down to 40,000. All right. And I thought, oh, that's a good price. And I have $5,000 that I've put aside that I'm just going to spend on coin. Okay. If I went and put that whole 50,000, that's, what did I say, 5,000. If I go and put that whole 5,000 in Bitcoin at that point of 40,000, then I've just gone and put everything on there and say tomorrow, Bitcoin comes down to 35. Am I not going to feel really bad that I've put my whole 5,000 in there and I don't have anything more to be able to buy at a lower price? All right. So instead, what's the better thing to do is choose 10 coins, which you get to know as you learn. All right. You get to know that there are coins that are really good. So at the moment, Bitcoin and Ethereum are good. You know, they're stable, but they rise slower than, or they multiply slower than the altcoins. So eventually, when you start to learn about the altcoins, you will find that getting into the altcoins will give you rewards quicker, will give you the multiplication quicker. But with all of these, it is better to do what we call DCA, where you do it in little amounts. So say I have $5,000 that I put aside for coin. I can then decide, okay, there are 10 coins that I am going to concentrate on. So I will put, say, $50 every week when that coin comes to a lower amount. So maybe this week, Bitcoin's at 40. Next week, it could be at 35. The next week, it could be at 43. Now, we know that it's going to go up eventually, especially in the bull run. But by buying 50, 50, 50, and then having enough to buy other coin as well, which are also doing the same thing, then it's giving me a better average that I'm buying the coins on, so that at the end of the day, during the bull run, when these prices all go up, I'm making more money than if I dumped my whole 5,000 in one coin at one price. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yes? Okay. All right. So DCA is something that's really important and something that's really good to follow. There are also coins which we call bread and butter coins. They're coins that will come down and then in a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months, it just depends. And it depends on the market, and we can never guarantee anything on the market. Okay. So we can just, from past performance, we look at the cycles and analyze it. And people have learned how to do that, and we then learn it from them. And once you learn how to do that, you will know which coins are like very quick coins. So they're just quick in and out. You put the money in, say you put $200 in, and when it reaches 20%, take it out. Because it's so volatile, it can go down 40% the next day. All right, so you don't want to lose the 20% that you've made. Okay, so those are things that we will teach you as you keep going. Yes, Sebastian, do you want to unmute and tell me what you were wanting to
Oh,
know?
no. I remember Santosh mentioning, like, I know what DCA buying is, but then he also mentioned one time DCA selling. And
Yes.
so I remember he was explaining it, but it went over my head a bit. So I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah.
Okay, so DCA selling is the same thing as DCA buying. So DCA buying, you would be buying at different prices, right? So that's as it comes down, you're buying at different prices, but not knowing whether it's going to come down further or whether it's going to stop there or whether it's going to start going up, all right? You don't want to buy when it's going up. You want to buy when it's coming down, okay? So with the DCA selling, it's the same thing. You can choose to sell in lots. So you could say, okay, you could say Bitcoin has gone up to, so at the moment it's 72,000. So you've got some Bitcoin that you bought on DCA and say tomorrow it goes up to 75,000. All right. You might decide I'm going to sell, maybe $100 worth today because I don't know whether it's going to go down or whether it's going to go further up. And then you might, then the next day, it might have gone up to 80,000. And then, did I say, yes, 80,000. And then you say to yourself, okay, I'll sell another 100. Say you've got about 300 there. So you're not selling it all at one go. But with the DCA selling, you just need to have analyzed the market a bit better before you decide to do that, because you need to know that it is going to be going, up further, and that's why you're not selling right now, because you don't want to lose what you've made. Does that make sense? Because it's just like the DCA buying, but it's the other way.
It's just the opposite. Yeah. Now, the more someone explains it to me, I'll understand it, but yeah, it's interesting.
It just means that you're selling it in lots rather than selling the whole thing in one shot.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Wonderful. Does anyone else have any other questions? I do realize we are.
I just got something, if it's okay if I can share.
Sure.
So, guys, thank you. Please, a big thank you to Rubika because she did such a great job. Yes, we can make noise in here because you guys can all hear us.
Everybody see my clapping.
So just, as a, just an encouragement for you, and let me just move the spotlight off so we can all see everyone. So just as an encouragement for you, like on just 2 days ago, Rubika was showing me how to do KuCoin. How many of you think KuCoin is really? It's a bit of a challenge, right? Anyway, I find it a bit of a challenge when I look at it compared to CoinSpot. And we did a coin called SEI, which was down around about 68 cents. And today it's up 72, it's about 74 cents, which means it's gone up by 10%. I put $200 on it. I've made $220. Okay, and I just showed my brother Luke next to me. See that tall man there? And I showed it to him and said, see, look what's happened in 2 days while I was sleeping. Now, if I put $10,000 in there, I would have made $2,000 just from that opportunity, not $10,000, right? So now again, we're not saying to put a lot of money in, but to learn the fact of learning this is quite exciting, because what I suggest is I think most of us are at the amateur level of testing this out. But as we get more and more confident, there's nothing stopping you from then making some better decisions, as long as what I suggest is always the case is recover your capital. Okay. So I was just showing Papa Luke today. Right now we looked at Pepe, and maybe is it okay for us because share my screen and so where are we? I'll just share my screen. So anyone heard of Pepe? Yeah, you heard of it?
Yes.
Okay. So, I was just showing Papa Luke about Pepe, and he was like, so CoinGecko. Pepe Pepe, where is my Pepe?
Still that way. But it's not.
So Papa Luke was just asking me, what does that 5 mean there? Anyone know what that 5 means there? What's the value of it? So just unmute and tell me what you think the value of this coin is right now.
5 zeros. 5 zeros before the 7.
Yeah, so it's 0.0000007794 cents for 1 coin. Okay. So Papa Luke said, this is great. Let's buy a coin now. And my answer to him was, Papa Luke, no. Any reason? Anyone know why I said no?
It's up.
Yes, because the market is in an upward trend.
Yes.
Yes.
Look, it's already up. It was just 7.4% when I showed Papa Luke
Yeah.
5 minutes ago, and it's now 8.9%. It's gone up. So it doesn't matter how much the coin is worth. You want to know what the difference is, because that's what's going to make your money. Okay?
That's when you sell, not buy.
Correct. So right now, if you look at the 24-hour trend, in 24 hours, has it been going down or going up?
Going up.
Right? So is it a good time to buy or not?
No.
Now, not financial advice again, but just, getting an idea of this. Now, however, some of the other things that you may want to look at is the last 3 months, because we're looking at the trend over the last 3 months as we prepare for the bull run. So in the last 3 months, this high is still lower than the highest it has been up here on March 14th.
Yeah, put this phone.
So you if you wanted to, you could take a risk and say it's looking like a possible project that I could DCA some money on, and it will go up to this back to this amount, which is it is now at the moment on 0.00000784. It is quite possible that it will hit before the bull run 0.0001064. Okay. And again, that's how we start to make some decisions, but we always do it as a group. We always look to our mentors and those who've got fruits. Okay. Excellent. So I like that people are answering, getting ideas of this. So that's why when you see reds and greens, don't panic. Just look at your education, how we're educating you. And so, Rubika was, by her just helping me with KuCoin, I was able to buy 1 out of 4 coins that I wanted to buy over the weekend. We had a super busy weekend. Okay, so because we were in Sri Lanka with so many amazing things happening with Jiggy James, the concert and all of that for the children. And so I just went and bought 1 coin. I had $600 put aside. I only managed to put 200 in, but it went up again. Okay. So right now I wouldn't be buying anything in Pepe. That's my suggestion, because it's up, right? Let's wait tomorrow for those who are going to jump on for the training with Santosh. 30 minutes is free of charge. Jump in, see what he says as well. But remember, the crypto is volatile like a...
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
All right. Crypto is volatile, right? So...
You'll have to start running.
I need to confess something. I put money on Pepe the other day.
That's okay.
But it might not have been an upward trend at that
I
moment.
I just felt I needed to do it. I can't even tell you why I did it, really. I just felt I needed to. So there you go.
Sometimes it's okay to put money on something. So I'll tell you something. When I put Pepe, I just showed Papa Luke on my crypto.com.
Yeah.
In January, I bought Pepe. I was negative about Pepe because I had many people before I started being mentored telling me Pepe was, just a fad, and it's just like, it's going to go, right? I put $100 on Pepe, and now I've made $500. It's like up 5x. Okay. Wow. But that was back from January to now. Now, just a few days ago, it was 400. It went down to 400 because of the dip. That would have been a good time to buy, because now already another $100 up, right? So the thing is this, anything that I did when I first started in January, I've made some profits and I made some losses. But it's just a trend because you're learning. As long as you don't mind and you say, okay, this money, hey, if it makes it, no problem. If it doesn't make it, that's okay. You're fine. Okay. Yes, Dr. Long.
You were mentioning about your training with Santosh.
Yep.
Is it a regular one?
Yes, every Tuesday and Thursday, we've got training with him. I'll send you, I'll add you to our wealth creation group. That has all the details of what we're doing. And then it's at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. to 8:30 Melbourne time for 30 minutes. It's a free session. And then after that, we have a premium session for those who have paid for his mentoring. And so far, I've been very happy with him. I think quite a few of us here that are with him. And he's been giving us some really good advice, giving us some really good, not advice, training, I should say, because it's not financial advice, and then giving us some really good thoughts on the coins that he suggests that we should buy or not buy. And more than anything else is educating us, which is one thing I like. So that's been one of the trainings that have helped us. The other one is the book Crypto and Chill. Highly recommend you guys getting it. At the moment from Australia, you can get it as an ebook, Crypto and Chill. It's a brilliant basic book to understand everything about everything. And then the other way we've been learning about crypto is through the MetFi DAO system. So we've got the platform that's done for you, if you like, which is a decentralized autonomous organization like Bitcoin, that we can be part of this MetFi organization. And then the fourth one is for those who have been members in Validus, because we don't have any more new memberships, is learning through there as well. Okay, so there's a few different ways that we can start to up our skill level. Guys, this is like, for me, Dr. Long's backdrop is what the Lord showed me a month ago, or a few weeks, or a bit ago, that, the cryptocurrency is like the galaxies. You're not shooting to the moon. You're just traveling around the galaxies, just collecting gems, collecting treasures. There's so much out there. There's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of coins. You don't need to be in all of it for the bull run, but you don't want to be in the wrong ones either. So it's like learning which ones to jump into and just having fun. And guess what? This will be a lifetime skill. Like this ability to create wealth through crypto, lifetime skill. Add that to the what we're learning with property and what we're learning with business. Like you're literally covering all areas of wealth. How exciting is that? So Dr. Long will add you to our wealth creation group as well, and it'll be exciting to. I think you will gain from Santosh as well, which would be wonderful. Awesome. Can we thank Rubika again? She has done such an amazing job, and it is wow. It's getting to what 9:30 in Australia.
Yes, past bedtime.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
That's a bit more than an hour of, so we're just going to go to the beach. Like, it's really been a tough
Okay, you go to the beach and have a great
you're
time.
so in trouble when you get home.
Have a really lovely time.
It's really been a really tough
Very
session.
happy for you.
Very, very tough.
Yeah,
You are
looks lovely.
so in trouble when you get home.
Actually, it's quite cloudy and grey out there.
Yes.
It is.
That's why I went to the swimming pool today, and it was just really fun up there. And then we go to the beach, and then we yesterday. Yes, I did. I sent you a message. You didn't join me.
But it's the best time
And
for us when we're out.
and I was sun tanning too. And then after the beach, yesterday we had an amazing dinner just on the beach. 15 of us after a wealth creation program, just tables out on the beach. Man, guys, you're gonna come to Sri Lanka, all right?
Yeah.
I did not know this life existed. And you know how much it has cost us for our Airbnb? Under $600 for a week, for the whole week.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Where else would
Margaret, come and see me. I'm only 2 minutes